Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is issue number 6 of I've Been to the Comic Shop. And what I do on these is, every week I go to the comic shop and raid the 50p and £1 bins, and then I'm just going to do little videos about the comics I picked up. But what I want to do is I want to catch up with all the previous visits I've done. So this one here is going to have about 200 or 300 comics in it. And I'm just going to go through them very quickly. But there's quite a few video game comics in this one. So Peter the Penguin's with us, he's going to help us. So let's get into this one. I've been to the comic shop. I've been to the comic shop. So Peter the Penguin's going to sit over here, behave himself. Actually, I think he'll go there. No, really he has to be over here. I'll put him there, see what happens. So what I'm going to do on this is, the reason I'm doing it like this is because otherwise I'd be here all day doing these, and I just want to catch up with them, so that I want to catch up with the comics, so that the next, what will happen is the next issue of this, issue number 7, will actually be my latest visit to the comic shop. So this first one, Deus Ex, I didn't even know they had a Deus Ex comic, and it's from DC as well, which is quite cool. Skull and Kickers, or as I like to call it, Skull and Knickers. I love this comic, it's really fun. Issue number 100. I've got about 3 or 4 of these, but this is a series I'd really like to get into, like collect. This one called Sidekick. Now most of these were 50p and some were £1. This one's got like a metallic-y cover. I don't know if you can see it on the video. It's brilliant. I like this one. It's got a cardboard like cardboard. Look at it. Look, I love that. I love stuff like that when you get sort of special effects on the cover. I did say, well, what I do is every now and again I might get the comic out, but if there's, I don't know if I said this already, but if there's any comics you'd like me to look at in more detail, please let me know and I will. This one's called Chin Music, issue number 1. So I went through a phase of just getting every single comic that was in issue 1, but now I'm starting to pull it back a bit and only get issue 1s that I really want. Comic Book Marketplace. This is like full of little, I think this is one of those that's full of, talking about previous comics that have come out, yeah. It's just full of like comics basically. So I love things like this. For someone like me who's just starting to get into comics, like this was only 50p, it's a good way to sort of build up your knowledge of comics. Issue 1 of Booty Troll. I love cartoon characters like that. Yeah, it's cool. Issue number 3 of Bushido. Now this reminded me a little bit of a PS1 game. But what was it called? Something. I was getting that feeling about it. Book of Death. Issue number 3 or 4. I just love the cover on that one. It makes me think of Death Note. That one. Issue number 3 of Gateway. Again, I like the feeling of the relationship between these two, which I thought was quite cool. Gateway number 1. So I've actually got 1 and 3 there. The good thing about that is if I read issue 1 and like it, I can then try to get issues 2 and 4 and stuff. Issue number 12 of Skylanders. I picked this up because I was interested to see what a Skylanders comic would be like. But this one's bagged and boarded as well. Same as this one. Grimm Fairy Tales 2012 Holiday Edition. So this is like a one-shot. And I do like me fairy tales. So I'm quite excited for that one. I tend to always pick up the one-shots really, because when they're 50p or £1, it's a nice way to try something, and then if you like the character, for instance, you can sort of, I'm thinking you can go and get more comics from that character. This is probably the best comic I've picked up in the comic shop so far. It's called Cavewoman, and it's basically all about the jiggles. It's an adults only sort of comic, but if you look at the back, you see all there's just loads of these. I actually went onto eBay and had a look. I've got to try and find a page which isn't naughty, because there is a lot of naughtiness in these ones. There's no naughty, you know, that's the sort of thing it is. But I just think it's cool. I love stuff like that. So what happened was, what I thought was, this was £1. I've not seen any more of these in there, the Cavewoman comics. But it's one of those that I want to look into on eBay or something. Ghosted number 12. I like that cover. It reminds me a bit of Vincent from the video game Catherine. That's a nice sort of thing. Ghosted, issue number 15. This was one where I was thinking, oh, I wish they didn't have issue 1. I was thinking, I wish they had issue 1. But that's a beautiful cover, I thought. Cybernary 2.0, issue 1 of 6. This one's a bit of a strange cover, I thought. It's like a bit hard to work out what's happening. Dead Squad number 3. I mean, look at that, look. Some sort of monster thing. Love Stories to Die For, issue number 1. That sounds cool. Look, monsters as well. There's a little baby there. It's quite cool. This one's got a little thing with it. Oh, this is one of those. This is another one of those things that talks about comics. Issue number 1. You've got a little card thing there. I believe this is. It looks at old comics. Oh no, it's not. I'm sure it was. Yeah, it is. Look. No, it's not. That's weird. It's called Comics. I thought this was a comic about comics, but it is actually a comic. Huh. That's quite weird. That looks cool as well. George Carlin. What a weird name for a comic. I can't imagine that that would be very hard to find, wouldn't it? If you went into a comic shop and said, have you got any issues of comics? You wouldn't be able to find it. Judge Dredd, plop. Oh, I love this one. Issue number 2. There's Assia of Zilk. Look at the art in this one. It's brilliant. Look, it's all like bonkers. Again, I love stuff like this. Stuff that's just weird, like cool. Very nice quality paper as well, that one. So this is almost like a psychedelic. It's almost like a psychedelic Judge Dredd or something. I thought that was quite cool, that one. Wonder Woman Day. This was actually what they do in the comic shop is they have some comics on the shelf on the desk for free, which are their previous free comic book day comics. So I got this one, Wonder Woman, and when I looked inside, I thought I love this art style. Beautiful. Flash Gordon number 1. I got another. Oh no, number 8. I've got an issue number 1 of Flash Gordon somewhere else. Issue number 1 of Parian. I felt like that was a video game, but I don't think it is. Shade the Changing Girl issue number 5. I love the covers of these, and I think for me, I feel like I'm going to connect with that character. There's some sort of like I don't know. I feel like it's going to be quite a deep story. I'm hoping. Penny for the Soul. What a cool name that is for a comic. Strawberry Shortcake. This is cool as well. This has got like, again, it's got my sort of art style. Nice sort of simple funny things. Oh, the next one. I couldn't believe it when I saw these. They were 50p in the comic shop. I got 3 of them. Issue 2, 4 and 5 of Street Fighters. And they've all got like, wraparound covers. Oh no, they're not. They're like they're duplicated covers. But I couldn't believe it when I saw these. Unfortunately, there wasn't much Chun-Li in there, because Chun-Li is one of my favourite Street Fighter characters. So that's cool. But this was the only ones they had, because I wanted issue 1. But that's cool though. Oh, this is another video game one. Yeah, what happened was, 1 week, it was about a month ago, 1 week I went into the comic shop, and one of the bins was, like the 50p bins, was just full up of old video game comics. Diablo. So I'm thinking that's the video game Diablo. Issue number 1 and 4. We had Street Fighter. That was the same week I got Deus Ex, I think. We got a Stargate Atlantis. And another Stargate Universe. And then another one as well. Issue 1 and 3. And a Stargate Atlantis. So I like these comics. I got some Battlestar Galacticas somewhere as well. Oh yeah, look, £1 in the comic shop. Dejah Thoris and the Green Men of Mars, issue number 11. But this is one of the characters I want to collect. So again, I couldn't believe it when I saw this in there. Harley Quinn, The Verdict is In, issue number 13. What I do is, every time, if I see a Harley Quinn in the £1 bin, I'm going to buy it. But you don't see many of them in there. Life is Strange, this is another video game. Issue number 4. Again, I couldn't believe it when I saw... It's amazing to me, some of the video games that have been turned into comics. I think it's cool. Then we've got this one. Stanley and His Monster. So for me this felt like an old one. I don't know what the date is on it. But it's got that old vibe to it. But I just love the art style of it. Stanley and His Monster. There's a Wolverine Unleashed, number 6. So again, this is another character I want to sort of... I'm not sure if I'm going to collect Wolverine, but I'm interested by that Wolverine character. Transformers Drift, issue number 1. So again, I likes to get me issue number 1s. We've got, what's this one here? Spider-Man vs Deadpool 31. So Deadpool is another character that I'm collecting. Harley Quinn, Deadpool, and Red Sonja. That Dejah Thoris. They're my main characters at the minute. I've got an Adventure Time, issue number 4. I just wanted to see what it would look like inside. That's what. Now these ones here, there's about 4. Oh, there's another one here. Look, there's 3 of these, which is the Batman versus Fortnite or something. 0 point. So you've got issue number 3. And what's it? Issue number 6. So these two are the same issue, but they've got different covers. But first, they've got Harley Quinn on it, which I love. And again, Fortnite. I'm intrigued by this. The only problem I've got with them is they're in bags, which are... So I haven't actually looked inside of these yet to see what the artwork looks like, because I'm not sure whether I want to open them or not. But I love these covers. I think they're cool, especially this one. Yeah, look at Batman, look. Bleeding Cool. What issue is this? Issue number 20. These are one of my favourite things. 50p they are in the comic shop. And they're full of old comics. So they're brilliant. Hey. Zombie Fairy Tales. Undead the Sea, The Little Mermaid. I got another one of these somewhere, a different one. They had like, I think these are one-shots. Zombie Fairy Tale one-shots. So this one's based on The Little Mermaid. I've got another one somewhere, I can't remember what it is though. But again, I'm interested by these. These were 50p as well. So these ones here, which are all, these 3 Wonder Womans, issues 71, 72 and 73. I actually got these for free. Somebody on Facebook Marketplace gave these away for free, so I walked 2 hours to go and pick these up. So that's another thing as well. Some people do give comics away as well. This was £1. Batman Reptilian. Book number 2. What an interesting title that is. Another Deadpool, issue number 26. Got M&M's on the back as well. What a cool cover that is. Cool. Batgirl number 3, the annual. The thing that's funny about this is I've forgotten about some of these. Yeah, I've actually forgotten that I've got some of these comics. So Batgirl, I wonder what. See, I can't even remember what the artwork looks like. Yeah, she looks a bit. Hey, oh, this is cool. Starlight. I think Starfire, Starlight. I've just bought a load of comics of hers. That's going to be in a future video. She looks cool. Yeah, the other thing is, what I like about this is, like, you get a comic for 50p or £1. It's a good way to look at the artwork and find out what sort of artists you like as well. This one, Weapon X, Direct Edition. What's this one here? Look, I think this is issue 1. I like that cover. It looks very cool. Superman, issue number 1 of Superman. Look, up in the sky. I like the composition of that cover. Looks cool, it does. This one's got a certificate of authenticity, and it's called Chassis. Issue number 1 of Chassis. I don't know if you can see it. Well, yeah, that's another thing. I haven't opened this one up either. But I don't know if it's going to come out in the video, but that word there is all like it's like metallic. But I really want to look at this because I want to see what that character's like. But this is authenticity of a gold foil cover. So I thought that was quite cool. For 50p. Motor Girl number 3. Yeah, it's quite funny. All new X Factor issue number 1. Very interesting characters they are. Power Pack number 1. Marvel's Greatest Creators. Is this that thing where there was another comic? This might be the one which is full of different comics. No. I've got a. I love the art style on this one, but I've got a. Oh, I know what it was. Well, I've got this comic which it's full of DC comics. My Little Pony, look. How mad is that? This one's called issue number 4, Gem and the Holograms. I like this character here. Again, I'm loving that style. Creep. Hey, the other one, look. Snow White and the 7 Zombies. So we've got The Little Mermaid and Snow White and the 7 Zombies. These are like little one-shot zombie stories. Zombie Illustrated number 1. Yeah, that was another thing. They must have been going through their Halloween comic box or something. But they had a load of zombie comics all at once. Operation Sin. I got loads of these. Well, not loads. Yeah, I got 3 of them. Issue 1, 3 and 4. Because I just thought, like, well, what happens is, for me, is £1.50 for these. If I like the first issue, yeah, these are by Marvel as well. That's quite interesting. Well, that one isn't. Yes, it is. I didn't realise they were by Marvel. This one. Issue number 3. Synergy. Got a sort of playful vibe about it, that one. Synergy number 4. Got number 3 and 4. Hello, Stranger Things. Call of Duty Zombies number 1. Again, another video game comic. What I'm going to do is, because I loved video games growing up, and I've only recently stopped playing them, about a year ago. I absolutely love video games, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to collect video game comics. I think I've got 2 of these. I'm going to collect video game comics, and I'm going to make a video one day about all the video game comics. I think that'd be cool. I love that cover. I love it so much, I think I bought it twice. The Occultist number 2 of 5. That's like the, makes me think of out of body and stuff. Spiritual things. Issue number 2, The Littlest Pet Shop. This is another one of those cool characters, like little cute characters. Clive Barker's Next Testament, issue number 1. I like the feel of that cover. Shinobi, issue number 5. Makes me think of the Mega Drive game Shinobi. I like that game. We're not even halfway through this yet. Shutter number 12. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Egypt number 4. So the video tomorrow, which will be issue number 7 of these, I've been to the comic shop. I found another 2 issues of this Egypt, and it's brilliant. I love this. I will show you. I'll show you it tomorrow, what this one looks like. This is these 4 here. I got these for free as well. Somebody, again on Facebook, was giving them away for free. We've got Grendel Tales 2 of 2, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Batman, issue number 687, and issue number 690. That's a nice cover. I like the way they've done that cloak, because you sort of feel like he's sort of protecting Robin. So again, got these for free, which is nice. Look at that, look. Green Arrow 45. I love covers where there's minimal text. That's a beautiful cover, that is. Fables Wolf Among Us. That's a video game as well. Issue number 1. Yeah, based on the hit Telltale video game, The Wolf Among Us. I've heard a lot of good things about this Fables. This one was £1. Garbage Pail Kids, a one-shot. Fables, Fantasy and Farts. So that'd be quite fun. And it's a one-shot as well, which is nice. Look at this one, look. Issue number 4. Sharadas. She looks nice. Nice pose. She's a badass though. Stargate Atlantis number 1. I'm not a lover of the covers with the people. I prefer like stylized covers. Deadly Class. This is a comic I'm going to collect. The first comic I ever read, single issue, was a Deadly Class comic, and for me it reminds me of like Persona, the video game Persona. So every time I see a Deadly Class comic in the pound bins or 50p bins, I always get it, because it's just such a stylized comic. Shinobi number 4. Love that cover. The Final Plague 1 of 5. Again, this sounds cool. Mature readers as well. We like comics with mature readers. This is a nice one. Issue number 1 of Carborgri. Very nice looking characters, and we've got monsters as well. So I love my fantasy. I love fantasy settings. Pathfinder Goblins number 4. That was a bit weird. My camcorder stopped recording. Hopefully the video will be alright. I was saying I love my fantasy settings, and this one here, the Goblins, it's got issue 3 and 4. But I was thinking, I wish it had issue 1 and 2. I wish it had issue 1 and 2, because I love goblins and all those little creatures. So this looks like a really fun one actually. Goblins number 5. We've got 3, 4 and 5. Oh, it's even more of a shame now that they haven't got, that they didn't have issue 1 and 2. Look how cool these look though. These little goblins. They look menacing. We've got book 1 of Ukko. This is issue number 1 of 4. This reminds me of, what's it called? Akami. That video game Akami. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. The Occultist, issue number 4, and issue number 3. Again, I love that there's a lot of comics based around spiritual things and stuff, and all that sort of stuff. Issue number 1 of The Other Dead. That's an interesting title. And issue number 3. Again, I think we've got a Wolverine coming up. Yeah, look, Wolverine Unleashed number 4 and number 5. That's a cool cover, that one. And that. Very cool covers, those Wolverines. We've got a Batman 2022 Annual. Again, that's a nice cover as well. And then issue number 4 of The Other Dead. So there's another one of those somewhere. We've got The Other Dead 1, 3 and 4. Interesting. Look, kitty. Ha, little kitty. We're on to the second pile now. We've got Postal number 1, Deliverance. I got one of these in a grab bag. Strawberry Shortcake number 1. I'm going to always collect these. If I ever see any more of these, I'm getting them. Because I love the art style of this one. Night of the Living Dead, issue number 6. I just thought, what a cool cover that is. Look at it, look. You've got a wolf there and stuff. Some sort of monster. The Terminator, issue number 1. Enemy of My Enemy. I love, well, growing up, I used to think I was, I used to pretend to be like Schwarzenegger. He was one of my idols growing up, he was. Squadron Supreme. I love these old comics. Hellcat. What a cool cover that is. Tales of the Marvel Universe. Special collector's issue. Is this the one that had... This might be the one I was trying to earlier. There's one that's full of like little Marvel comics. It is this one, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 little stories in this one, I think. Yeah, look. 7 little stories. Tales from the Marvels. Ghost Rider. I think there's a loose, yeah look, there's a missing, what do you call it? Staple there. That sort of thing doesn't bother me though. We've got number 13, issue number 0 of number 13. Another interesting, I'm intrigued by that cover. Elf Quest, issue number 1, The Final Quest. And then we've got this one here, an older Elf Quest, but this one is in a strange language. I think it's like German or something. But it's still cool though to look at the artwork. Polarity, issue number 3 of 4. Pretz, number 3. Love that cover. Dream Police, issue 10. I want to get issue 1 of that. The Dream Police. Because it sounds like my sort of... I'm hoping that it's about police that go into the dreams or something. The Damnation of Charlie Wormwood. I've got another one of these. Yeah. I've got issue 3, 4 and 5. So again, it'd be nice to one day find issue 1 and 2 in the bins. In the comic bins. The £1 bins. Issue 2 of the Fox. Battle She-Fox. The Discipline, issue number 2. Justice Machine, issue number 17. Love that, look, that's cool. Wraparound cover. I love that style. Black Road issue number 7. Again, beautiful cover. Slayer issue number 2. Black Cat issue number 9. That's an interesting cover, look. I love that cover. Cool. Little Spider-Man. Son of Merlin issue number 5. So my mum loved the TV show Merlin. So I got this one mainly for me mum, really. For like Merlin. Gen 13. This is a comic that I'm going to get into. Because I've got a couple of these. And I love the art style of it. The anthology, this is weird, this one. Issue number 2 of 5, The Magnificent Kevin. I bought it because it's so weird. I thought, what is this? Polarity 4 of 4, another polarity, and polarity 1 of 4. So I've probably got one. I might have like 3 of those. Munchkin number 1. I've got the a card game of that. Detectives issue number 1. No, it's not. It's the Deceivers. Star Wars Princess Leia issue number 1. I think I got this one. I want to say I got that for free somewhere. I'm not sure. But issue number 1, which is nice. These comics are all going to fall over, I think. Oh, Psycho Bonkers number 4. 4 of... well, I don't know, but issue 4. This is one of the best comics. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, I'm going to collect this one. It's just cool. For me, that is such a cool... it's a cool title. And I love the character. But I love the art style as well. Psycho Bonkers. I thought it was a really cool name as well. G.I. Joe, issue number 197 and issue number 22. That's a nice cover. MacGyver, issue number 20. Issue number... oh, it's not... part 3 of 5, part 2 of 5. MacGyver, just issue number 1. This is... I bought another one of these yesterday, which you'll see tomorrow on the next video, because I wasn't sure if I already had this one or not. Issue number 5 of 6, Kill Audio. Again, I just thought it was a beautiful cover. Nice, like, stylised cover. Serious, issue number 1. I've got issue 2 of that. Oh, brilliant. I didn't realise I had issue 1, because I got issue 2 yesterday. So I've now got issue 1 and 2. And, oh, that's brilliant. This one's cool as well. Comic book comic. This is all about... this is a collection of comics. But I bought that because it's a... taking the mickey out of Back to the Future. This is a nice one. The Autumn Lands Tooth and Claw, issue number 4. Beautiful colours and stuff, that one is. The Killer, issue number 1 of 6. Another beautiful cover. Lost Angel, issue number 1. Issue 1 of 4, The End Times. That sounds intriguing. And I love the sort of bonkersness of the art style. Look, Dennis the Menace, issue number 3. I used to watch that on, it used to be on The Big Breakfast in the old days. The Astonishing Spider-Man. I got this from a car boot sale for 50p. So, I haven't got many Spider-Man comics. Dead Boy Detective number 1. I think I've got another one of that somewhere. 2 bits. A bit of lullaby. Issue number 1. Love the... this feels like a nice group of, like... I would like to basically be their friends, is what I feel like. I've got a feeling they're going to go on a nice little adventure together. Takio number 4. I've got another one of these somewhere. Again, I like the art style. Journey into Mystery. 647. You've got FPB, issue number 16. Again, I like the art style on that one. This is a cool one, issue number 2. I don't know what it's called though. Non-Humans. Look how cool the art style of that cover is. Aero Girl, issue 1 of 4. The Adventures of Aero Girl. She looks a bit like Thingy from Psychonauts. Rampustutin. Another Spider-Man, look. The Superior Foes of Spider-Man, issue number 5. Oh, this is funny. I didn't realise I had these Spider-Men. Superior Spider-Man Team Up, issue 8. And the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, issue 6. The Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 12 as well. That's a cool cover. Witches, issue number 6. I've actually bought the graphic novel of that. I've heard lots of good things about it. I actually got this comic in the comic shop for 50p. I had a look inside. I fell in love with the art style, and so I went and got the graphic novel because I want to read the story. The next comic is actually the first comic I ever bought in the comic shop. Well, one of the first ones I ever bought, because I want to create my own little comic with Peter the Penguin. Peter the Penguin's going to have his own comic, and I was thinking this is the sort of art style I'd like to sort of do it in. There's so many comics around here. This is a nice one, Translucid, issue 4 of 6. I was thinking like Lucid Dreams. The Mighty Skull Knickers, issue number 1. It's not really issue 1, that was a trick. I thought it was a bit naughty, because what happened was, I got this one thinking it was issue 1, and it's one I've already got. It was like a trick. Troc. I used to play that on the N64. Troc the Dinosaur Hunter. Look, a couple of issues of Deadly Class. Look how cool these covers are. Issue 7 and 11. They're beautiful, they are. Then we've got another Gen 13. I love this character. Somebody said about how long her legs were, but I think it's a cool style to have like a character with super long legs. Issue number 6. I'm definitely going to be collecting Gen 13. I got this at a car boot sale as well. A Doctor Who. I'm not really into Doctor Who, but I thought, because I had a flick through, I thought it looked quite cool inside. What's this one here? Chakra the Invincible, issue number 10. Oh, this is nice. Acanerio, issue 2 of 3. What a beautiful... Look how beautiful that cover is. So beautiful. Red Wolf number 4. I got a few of these Red Wolves. This is a nice one. Look at that. Look at this. Look. Blood Sword Destiny issue 33. It's a sideways one, and the actual comic itself. Oh no, it's not. I've got a comic somewhere which is sideways. I wonder which one it is. But there was a comic which was like stapled down this side somehow. This has got that old rough paper, which I love that. Valhalla Maid, issue number 1. A Distinct Soil, issue 39. My mum said to get that one. The Twilight Zone, issue number 2. We've got another Garbage Pail Kids. This is a one-shot. I'm not keen on these covers like that, but I could do a little sketch on that. Yeah, but I think you're supposed to get like people at Comic Cons and stuff to sketch on it. Issue number 1 of Wakfu. This is cool. This has been turned into a cartoon or something somewhere. Next Men issue number 1. This reminded me of a video game on Vita called Virtue's Last Reward. It made me think of that when I saw that. This is a nice one. Drumheller issue 1. Beautiful colours, that is. Red Dog issue number 2 of 6. Chasing the Dead issue number 1. That looks quite cool as well. Issue 1 of The Agency. Issue 5 of 6 of Fiction Squad. I like these characters. They're quite cool. This is a nice one as well. Elf Quest. Again, this is in a strange language, I think. But even though it's in a strange language, look how beautiful the artwork is. So I almost don't mind it. I would rather it was English. But I thought it looked beautiful. But I didn't realise it was in a strange language when I bought it. So I wouldn't have bought it, but I'm glad I did buy it. Dead Letters issue number 7. Secret issue number 3. Intriguing, that one. Astronauts in Trouble issue number 1. The Bounce issue number 1. They got some very beautiful covers, this Bounce comic. God is Dead issue number 3. And then another one, God is Dead issue number 6. I was intrigued by the title of this one. God is Dead. Issue number 21 of Skull and Knickers. This is the one that is the same as that other one. It's the same one. So I thought it was a bit naughty that they made that other one called issue number 1. Because like someone like me who's just getting into it, I got tricked. The Dwellers, issue number 5. They had loads of these and I didn't get them. Because I wanted to try one first and then I went back to get the other ones and they'd gone. Which is a shame. Because they were only 50p. The Goddamned, Before the Flood, issue 3. See, I love all these spiritual, biblical things. Alex and Ada, this is an AI or something. Issue number 14. Apparently that's supposed to be quite good. Because I looked online about it. Issue 1 of Sons of the Devil. That's an interesting title. Issue 4, Butterfly. Sounds beautiful. Pretty Deadly. Issue number 4. I thought it was a cool cover, that one. Really nice cover. Like the art style. Revival number 27. Again, what a beautiful cover that is. Camel, issue number 3. I got this in the other comic shop. I don't go in the other comic shop very often because they don't have much. They only have a tiny little 50p bin. But this was brilliant. When I got home and saw it was black and white, I was so happy. Because look how cool the art style is. See, again, I'd like to get more of those. For mature readers, it says. So it's only like 50p, it's crazy, I think. Issue 1 of The Legitimates. The Legitimates. Baby Teeth, issue number 6. That'd be a nice tattoo, that would. Awake, issue number 3. Clone, issue number 15. I am intrigued by... Well, because I'm intrigued by comics to do with AIs and stuff like that. And clones and things. Saints number 2. I like that cover. This is a good one. Battlestar Galactica issue number 3. The little baby with a Cylon. I love the, I fell in love with that Battlestar Galactica TV show. Skull and Knickers, issue number 27. God Hates Astronauts number 8. It's got a sort of a cool retro vibe to that one. I love this one. Snowfall, issue number 4. Mysterious. Makes me think a bit of Japanesey, that one. Sheltered, issue number 4. Look how cool that is. It's like a it's a skeleton. That's mad, that is. I love that. Supreme Power, issue number 1. This was one of the first comics I got as well. Oh, this is cool. Look. Beneath the Dark Crystal, issue 7 of 12. Again, I love the Dark Crystal. Issue 4 of Purgatory. Nice little character there. Astro City 11. Again, this is right. This is what I'm all about. Going into the astral realm. It's a shame it's in issue 11. Issue 1 of Effigy. I like the colours on that one. Fallen Angel, issue number 1. Return of the Sun. I like the way they've done the blue and the purple. Faster Than Light, issue number 1. The spectacular first issue. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, look, Robocop, issue number 8. I got another Robocop yesterday. In issue 1 though. Empty Zone, issue number 3. Sexy cover. Love the colours as well. Tukey issue 1 and Tukey issue 2. I believe this is. I've got another one of these somewhere. It's always nice when you get like issues 1 and 2 together for 50p. Transformers, issue number 6. We've got another Flash Gordon, number 8. I like the style of that one. Graveyard Shift, issue number 2. What a shame that isn't in issue 1. And we've got 2 left. We've got Rank and Files, book 8 of 12. And we've got the last one, pretty cool character, issue 6 of Bad Dog. He's cool. So that's it. I don't know how many comics there was there, but I do hope you enjoyed it. I can't really say what my favourite cover is because there's so many of them, but I would, if I can find it, I would say my favourite covers are the Deadly Class ones because they're so stylised. I think they're cool. Is that them there? Yay, I found them. I found one of them. Look. I love covers like that. Super stylised. So I do hope you enjoyed that. It was issue number 6 of I've Been to the Comic Shop. And the next one, issue 7, will be the comics I got from the comic shop yesterday. But when the video goes up, which will be next week, it means there'll be the comics from last week. So, but I'll be up to date by then. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I shall see you later for another one. I've been to the comic shop.